Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another American Reacts. I thought of this one myself, so if anyone suggested this, I apologize. I don't remember seeing this. I just thought this would be pretty fun. I Googled, or not Googled, I'm sorry, I searched weird laws in Australia on YouTube, and I found this video come up. It's pretty short, but it's 15 weird and strange Australian laws that still exist, explained by an Aussie. So it sounds really interesting to me. This is a phenomenon in, I assume, every country. I know in every state in the U.S., there is different weird laws, and I imagine there are some weird laws in Australia too. So let's take a look. This is from Cameron Doyle. This will be linked in the description down below. I thought this would be fun. Let's watch together, and maybe you'll learn a thing or two.
To be drunk in a pub. Well, today's Australia Day, so a pretty decent percentage of this country is f***ed.
Presumably, this was posted on Australia Day, which is January 25th, right? I believe.
I think it's pretty widely accepted that this country is looked on pretty strangely by the rest of the world. So I did a bit of research to how strange we can actually be. So here are some weird Australian laws that still exist today. When in drought, don't try and make man-made rain clouds.
What?
Under the Rainmaking Control Act of 1967.
Yeah. When in a drought, don't try to make man-made rain clouds. Well, I could tell you that I've never done that. Have you done that in the past couple weeks? Seems bizarre. I wonder how this is possible.
It's against the law to make rain clouds. The making of rain clouds is permitted as long as certain regulations are followed, such as ensuring those employed in carrying out rainmaking operations are qualified. What would you learn at rainmaking school? Just like the rain dance? Step 1.
You know, when I'm bored, sometimes I just pull a rain cloud out of my back pocket, keeping it friendly. Yeah, and I just throw it up in the air and say, oh, it's about to rain. That sucks for you guys.
Learn the rain
like
dance.
A sporting event.
Done. Step 2, rain happens. Imagine if you were just out
the rain dance. That's clever. I'll give him that. That's clever.
in the desert doing the rain dance, and then a cop comes and says, "G'day, fellas. Just wondering if that rain making is regulation. Do you have your paperwork handy?"
"Yes, sir, it's right here. As you'll see, everything is in order."
When there is no urinal nearby, you are allowed to urinate on the rear left tire of your vehicle, not the
Oh, okay. So you're allowed to urinate on or near your vehicle. Okay.
right side, not the passenger side, and
Only
definitely
one
not
tire.
the driver's side. It must be the rear left side of your vehicle. Anywhere else is instant lock.
Which for Australia would be the passenger rear tire. Okay.
Only qualified electricians can change a light bulb in Victoria or risk a $10 fine. Honestly, cashies have never been more lucrative. Because $10 could get you a banh mi, Coke, and a cup.
Hold on, I gotta see that again. Only qualified electricians can change a light bulb in Victoria. Oh, man. So how many Australians in Victoria does it take to change a light bulb? Well, 0, because that would be illegal.
Can change a light bulb in Victoria
Where does
or
this
risk
come
a
from?
$10 fine. Honestly, cashies have never been more lucrative. Because $10 could get you a banh mi, Coke, and a couple of springers, or like four bunning sausages. It's a bargain. Don't wear hot pink pants after 12 p.m. on Sundays.
Noted.
You heard the law, fellas. No pulling out your Kylie Minogues for a Sunday sesh. You cannot injure a homing pigeon according to South Australian laws. The same law that makes it illegal to harm this bird is also applicable in Victoria.
Okay.
Although weird, the laws are meant to protect the bird, which is important for distant communication. What sadistic fella is sitting there on his front porch and going,
How often is that law broken? I mean, like he's about to say, I'm sure. Who is sitting around just waiting to harm pigeons?
I also heard that it's an $8 fine if you kick a pigeon in Rundle Mall, South Australia, but I don't know if that's true or not. You cannot disrupt a wedding or a funeral in South Australia. This law is described in the Summaries Officers Laws, and it states explicitly that breaking this law would land you in jail. Well, fellas, no more pulling Shrek 1s. You cannot possess...
Now that one's kind of interesting, right? Yeah, would an objection break the law there? I suppose it's actually good, right? I mean, for people that have everything in line and everyone's in agreement, you want a good wedding day. So no one can crash it and ruin it because they would be in jail. Suppose that weird law has some value to it, right? But most of these are pretty weird.
over 50 kilograms of potatoes in Western Australia. This law is one of those that
Wow.
were created nearly a century ago and has been enforced by the Potato Marketing Corporation. According to recent
they're
news,
gonna
though,
repeal it.
the law might not be around for long, as
what
there
if
are
I'm a
currently
potato
steps towards
enthusiast?
repealing
Come on.
it. And I bloody hope so too, because when I'm pulling manies with my boys and then I decide to go to the shops to get some hot chips and a Calippo, I want to be able to bring my 50 kilogram sack of potatoes
Yeah.
with me. If you happen to go to
Maybe I don't feel good or I feel stressed out if I don't have a lot of potatoes on me. Right? I don't know. It's pretty odd. That's a pretty odd one.
a bar with a horse in Australia, the bar should feed and water your horse.
Oh my
This
God.
law does not
Right
explicitly
on.
say what the feed should be, however. If you've got a horse or heese, make sure you bring it to the pub next time you go down there, because the good man behind the bar
They're
is
gonna
legally
feed it.
obliged to go and feed it and water it. It is illegal to get
Perfect.
intoxicated while in pubs in Australia. One of the stupidest laws I've ever heard, but make
Yeah.
sure you be careful next time you're at the watering hole. Watering hole. If a
It's illegal to go to the pub to drink water. Can't get drunk. Can't get buzzed in the pub. Johnny, you want a beer? No, that's illegal. Peter, you want a beer? Can't risk imprisonment. Come on, that's too funny. I imagine that one. There's more to it, right? That's just kind of funny. I mean, people obviously drink alcohol at the pub. Whether or not they get, plastered or not, that's a different story, I guess.
If a person pretends to be a clairvoyant, spiritualist, or medium, and those involved in a reading believe that they are fake, the medium can be charged under the Summary
wow.
Offences Act with fines up to $10,000 or 2 years imprisonment. For those who pretend to have powers of telepathy or clairvoyance can be charged with the offence.
Telepathy.
Those who actually can provide the service already knew this.
Now, this one's kind of interesting as well. Odd, sure, but kind of useful. If you go to see a medium or a spiritualist, if you're into that, chances are they better have their, ducks in a row. They better be somewhat legit, otherwise they could get charged a hefty fine and be in jail. That's, I don't know. This is interesting, right? There's a lot of gray areas there. I don't know how they could, be proven that they're fake, or how you could prove that they're real. I don't know. This is interesting now.
My good mate Matthew Tarrant, calling you out, big fella. You got what you need to be performing all this hocus pocus malarkey? A person who, without reasonable excuse, decides to ring a doorbell or knock on a door is guilty of willfully disturbing another
Ooh.
person and can be fined up to $250.
Wow. So what we call in America, I don't know if you call them that. That would be not a ring and run. I've never heard that, but that would be a ding dong ditch here. So it's illegal to ding dong ditch there. Wow. I'm pretty sure it's looked down upon in most cultures. I know it's looked down upon here, but I don't know if it would be illegal. I don't think it would be in America unless it was a reoccurring thing. That's interesting.
I think that one
It's a
goes
hefty
without
fine.
saying, but if you're trying to pull a Billy Madison, you're going to land yourself $250
Yeah.
poorer, and that's with or without the poop.
He got the shit poop.
A person who opens a farm gate and leaves it open, or in turn closes a farm gate and leaves it closed, is guilty of an offence that can attract a fine
That's
of up to
interesting.
$750. So,
Well, I have a gate to my property, so there you go. You touch it, it's going to cost you.
if you ring and
I'm
run
in the wrong country,
and
though.
then proceed
Dang
to
it.
open that door and leave it open, that's going to land you $1,000 poorer. And that's still with or without the poop.
Got the shit poop.
A person who uses indecent or profane language or sings in any indecent or profane song or ballad in a public place or
Wow.
police station is guilty of
Now
an
that's
offence.
bizarre.
Because every time I go to a police station, I just want to launch
Yeah.
into Killing of the Name of by Rage Against the Machine. You won't do what you tell me. And this, without doubt, is my favourite law.
Well, that is interesting about America because, believe it or not, because of our First Amendment, you can march into a police station, which is tax funded, which basically you as a citizen own. You could sing that song or sing the F word to the police, and you could not get charged with it as long as it was just vocal. So, yeah, that is different than here in America, but thankfully, I'm sure in Australia and definitely here in America, people don't do that normally. So, I guess
Of
that's
them
not a
all.
big issue.
In Western Australia, if a fisheries officer believes they need your help to provide any assistance considered necessary and you refuse, you face a $10,000
that's weird.
fine. There is no limit on what that could involve, beyond it being reasonably necessary. They have the power to seize money, fish, fishing gear,
my
or even
goodness.
boats or aircraft they suspect to be involved in any illegal fishing activity. They can also order a train or aircraft to stop, again, if they suspect illegal fishing activity. While anyone who
Wow.
provides an officer with a false name faces a $10,000
Dude, that's
fine.
insane.
Literally, the most important person in this country is a bloke that looks after undersized fish. Imagine if you're on the tarmac trying to launch your plane into the sky,
It's kinda
because I
right.
assume everyone is rolling around in private Boeing 737s, and then a man or woman is at the end of the tarmac just like, stop! I'm a fisheries officer. In Australia,
Yeah,
the
for
blokes and
real.
chicks who look after fish sound like they've got equal to or more power than Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Bloody love it.
Please, sir, who are you? Me? I'm just a fisheries officer. Anyways, that's some of the weird laws we got in
That
this
was the
country.
weirdest one.
Don't be a dickhead on Australia Day. See ya.
Hey, that was awesome. I think it's always interesting learning about some funny, weird, strange, obscure laws like that. Chances are most of these are never exercised, enforced, or even just come into play. I mean, they're pretty weird scenarios, let's get real, but very, very fun to learn about. We can revisit this. We can do more. We can do some other countries, New Zealand, maybe certain states within Australia or territories have their own laws, as we saw here a couple. Maybe we can even do that combined with some of the weirdest ones around me in Illinois, Chicago, or anywhere in the U.S. Let me know your thoughts down below. That was really interesting. I enjoyed that. I hope you're having a great day, and I certainly hope you enjoyed this video. So if you did, help the video out. Let it go out onto the world of YouTube, so give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more stuff like this. Check out the description for this original video from Cameron Doyle. Check it out. And check out other ways you can support my channel. I do appreciate you being here. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.